Well, Budget 2012 had some initiatives announced about the property sector. First and foremost, the development of the Kuala Lumpur International Financial District is being accelerated by having incentive packages to KLIFD status companies. These would be companies that are actually operating and locating themselves within the Kuala Lumpur International Financial District. Now, these companies are actually given income tax exemption of 100% for a period of 10 years, and on top of that, stamp duty exemption would also be provided for the loan and service agreements entered into by these companies. The property developers who are actually involved in building the KL Financial District would also be given income tax exemption of 70% for a period of 5 years, as well as KLIFD marquee status companies, in other words, companies that actually own properties in this area, will also be given industrial building allowance and accelerated capital allowances. Now, on top of that, the 10% withholding tax for REIT distributions would have expired at the end of this year. And what the government has done is actually to extend this 10% withholding tax on distributions by REITs to individual investors as well as foreign institutional investors. And this extension has been given until 31st of December 2016. Now, to further encourage investment in hotels, new 4 and 5-star hotels would also be given tax exemption for 70%, or alternatively they can choose an investment tax allowance of 60%, and this incentive is given for 5 years. The downside, the not so good news, is that to curb real estate speculative activities, the 5% real property gains tax rate for disposals within 5 years of ownership has actually been increased to 10%. The 10% will apply if the properties are disposed of within 2 years of ownership. Anything above the 2 years of ownership but below 5 years will still have the 5% real property gains tax rate, and anything after the 5 years ownership will be 0%. On top of that, the government has also announced quite a few incentives relating to coming up with schemes of the individual Malaysians in terms of the ownership of their first homes. For example, programs such as My First Home Scheme, building of properties by the program Perumahan Rakyat, and last but not least, in order to encourage the construction of houses under the build then sell concept, Islamic banks have actually agreed to provide Sharia compliant financing and to undertake the construction risks. This will mean that installments by the house buyer will only commence after the house is complete.